Hi, cats and kittens. This is Angel from the Elegant Thread, coming at you completely unscripted. So, make a cup of coffee, have a seat, and let's chat. So, I just made a cup of coffee, so bear with me. Let me get mine. Ta-da! Okay. Alrighty then. Great. My favorite mug. Maine. The way life should be. Okay. So, I thought, since we all have nothing but time right now, let's do a WIP parade. I have never done a WIP parade. And the reason I've never done a WIP parade is because it's highly embarrassing. But why not? So you're all checking in. Let me check in with you. So you may not be able to hear me as I back away from this. You know, give me about a month or two, and I promise all of this will be much, much better. Not only our situation, but the voice and the video and all of that. So promises, promises. Okay, so the reason I thought I'd do a WIP parade is I came across, kind of cleaning up a little bit, I found a big pile of WIPs. Here it is. I have these, and I have these. That's why I need to do a WIP parade, because there's bound to be something in there that's highly embarrassing. Okay. I'm going to guess that I have probably the oldest WIP of anybody on the planet. So, if anybody out there has any WIPs that are older than my oldest WIP, let me know, and I will send you something special. And before we go, I'm going to wait and do the Share the Stash on my next regular Flosstube, because that gives everybody a chance to kind of catch up. So last night, I've been looking for someone to kind of stitch with. I've noticed that I get more done when I'm stitching with other people that are stitching than I do when I'm just stitching with Flosstube, because I keep, with Flosstube, I keep looking up and being mesmerized by what's going on and having to stop and go order something. So, it's just easier when you're stitching with other people. So I went online and did that virtually in Zoom with some people, and it was so much fun. So if any of you are out there, hello. Today it's beautiful here. I have my windows open because I've been cooped up for a couple weeks, and so you're going to hear the sounds of the city. You would say, why do you have sounds of the city? Everybody is sheltering in place in DC? Yeah. But the construction workers that are right beneath my window are not sheltering in place. So you're going to get lots of that. So, okay, well, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I think I'm going to start in the pile, the big pile, because, and this is kind of far away from me, so maybe I'll move it a little closer. Pardon me. See, if I would have planned, I would have set all this up, huh? Okay, good. Just so that you can hear me a little better. But I need some space here because I'm going to be taking up a lot of space. So I'll start in the pile and then move to the bag because I know that the things in the bag are older. Okay, so a lot of these things you've already seen. But, if you got something better to do, run off, do it. Didn't think so. Okay, so, and of course, you'll see why I make bags, because I have a ton of WIPs and I use a ton of bags. And in here, you will also see I think it's 2 or 3 bags that were the impetus for starting the whole bag making thing that the business that I run. And if anybody out there knows the person that made those original bags, I bought them at Celebration on Needlework sometime around 2009. ish, 9, 10, something like that. So if anybody knows the person who made them, reach out to me and let me know, and I would love to thank that person and let them know I still have their bags. Okay, so in this one, a lot of bags I keep for myself are the seconds. Now this one, of course, I kept for myself because this thing is not exactly in the center, and I can't be sending that to someone else if it's not exactly in the center, so it's mine. Okay, in here, it's lined in this beautiful golden strawberry. Okay. Oh, I don't even know what's in these bags. So, oh, looky here. A needle book. Yay, it's a needle book. Yeah. It doesn't go with this at all. So obviously this was out at some point, and I was like, I just got to get it out of my face. So I stuck it in something to get it away from me. And I believe this goes with the Harriet Salt set. Harriet Salt is a very full bag. She's a very full girl. So lots and lots of floss going on there. So that's my needle book. And this is an embarrassing one. This is one that was for my mom that I never finished. It is the Christmas symbols. And by the way, this is what happens now because we're stuck. You see, my nails are getting worse and worse and worse. And eventually I'm just going to have tips. And this one yesterday I just chewed off incessantly. Yeah. So this is now my look, right? So la 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 la. Just one. Okay. So this is the Christmas in Williamsburg from 2019. This is the ornament. This ornament was designed by Julia Manfredini of GPA. And I told my mom I would stitch this for her, and I did not. So she has this little wooden ornament holder thing to put it on. Eventually I will stitch it for her. Maybe it just won't say 2019. Who knows? So I'm not doing it in red. At the time I started stitching it, I just found a fabric, whatever fabric I could find, and I went around and found the first floss that I could find. The fabric that I found was the booth next to me, and it was, that's probably in here. Okay. Stand by to stand by. Oh my Lord. Okay, I have it written down somewhere. Oh. Oh. My nose is running. Okay, hold on. Let me get my little book thing. Oh, looky. I found another bag. What is wrong with me? Okay, so this one I know has something embarrassing in it. So, okay. I didn't think I'd need my little book, but yeah, obviously I do. Okay, so I know this is, okay, Christmas in Williamsburg. I started this in December. Pardon my nose. Now that I have my windows open, thank you, nature. Spring, okay. This is on 48 count gander linen in antique white. Why? Because that's all I could find at the time. So, here it is. Let me just do this. Haven't done much, have I? Nope. So, and I'm stitching it in this silk that I found, and it's Silk Mori milk pink colors. It doesn't have, it doesn't say the colors, but it just has numbers. But here it is in this light blue. So because I couldn't find red, this is what I found. It was this Williamsburg blue, if you will. So as you can see, I have a little ways to go. But you know, Mom, it's coming. I promise. Someday. It might say 2027, but you'll get it eventually. Maybe it'll just say Williamsburg. Yeah, that's it. You know, I don't often stitch for other people, and this is one of the reasons why. Because I you know, if I don't finish it, then I feel like a heel, right? And if I don't stitch it for someone else, then they don't really know that I didn't finish it. Yeah. And I also don't usually stitch for people who don't stitch. And the reason I don't is because they don't really understand or comprehend the amount of work that actually goes into stitching something. Yeah. So one time I stitched a wedding sampler for a friend of mine who is a cross stitcher, and then I stitched a stocking for someone once, but a few other things, but not a whole lot. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me put this back with it. Why not? And you've seen this. This is my new Saju pattern. And that is the pattern, by the way. This is it. This is what I'm stitching, that pattern. And I don't have anything done at all, but it has these beautiful Saju colors. It's a kit that I bought at Nashville, and it came with everything: the linen, the backing fabric, and this pattern, I'm not going to show you, is absolutely stinking huge. Look at the size of this thing. This one doesn't have anything on it. Look at the size of this thing. It's huge, and it covers the whole back of this. Oh my gosh, it's big. So I don't know how I'm really gonna work that out. Maybe I have to photocopy it or something, but it like I said before, has a ton of back stitching, but it's gonna be this, and it's gonna be a pillow. So that. What was in this embarrassing thing? That was I Love All Things Toile. And this is lined with blue. Oh! This is, I don't have a picture of this because I don't have a finished picture. No. Yeah, it just don't have one. It doesn't come with a finished picture, unfortunately. This is the cover. It is Humility Cooper, Into the New World, by Forget Me Nots in Stitches, Lauren Sauer. I went to a retreat last year in Ohio with some fabulous ladies, and I have not gotten very far. So I'm 40 count white. Comes with silks. So I did finish the border all the way around, and I finished the top 2 rows, and I did the queen stitches on each side, and those hearts are all supposed to be, queen stitches, eyelets on each side, and the hearts are all supposed to be eyelets as well, but then I got really lazy, so I just did smear and crosses. And I realized that I'm not digging eyelets very much, and I really like smear and crosses. So I finished all of that flowery thing, and then I got right over here. Oh, see, you can't see it. This thing doesn't zoom in very well. But I got right over here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it'll zoom in. Will you zoom in? No, it will not. So I'll stay here. I got to right here, and these are queen stitches. And there are a whole bunch of queen stitches. So it's like this zigzag pattern that's all in like 3 or 4 different rows of queen stitches. So then I gave up at that point. So, I don't know. I'll pick it up again at some point. But there she is, Humility Cooper. Let me make some space because I'm going to need it. Okay. So these are all, this pile over here you've seen. So this is in my peacock bag. This one doesn't happen to have a peacock on it. This is his tail right here. So this one I love. It's for me. It's lined in this light green. It has a matching notions bag. The scissors are over there. You can't see them. And also the needle minder, which is absolutely stunningly beautiful. It has silks. It is Mary Freer, 1808, by Julia Manfredini. I took a class at Christmas in Williamsburg last year. GPA is the name of her company, but her name is Julia Manfredini. And I've been working on this one almost exclusively, and I'm almost all the way, okay, I stitch in hand, so it's a little curly. I'm almost all the way around. So I only have this much of the border to finish. And then I can go back up here and start the next row, and the next row is a whole bunch of satin stitches. So I'm pretty excited about that because I love specialty stitches and I like satin stitches. So there it is. And I think I'm stitching on this exclusively because it's stitched in hand. You know, I can just pick it up anytime and just go with it. So that's that one. My current gal of the day. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, you've all seen this one. Heartbreak Hill herself, Elizabeth Atkinson, in my Tudor Rose bag. Look at that. I mean, check this out, this fabric. Woo! Beautiful. It looks like it's stitched, you know. And it has gorgeous. And it's lined with this Paris. What does that have to do with it? Nothing. But it's nice. So here's my, ooh, this has lots of bags to go with it. This is the bag with all of the flosses. I can't even take them all out because there are a ton of them. Soie d'Alger 103s. This is the needle minder, Tudor Rose, and this is the Notions bag. French linen, and it has all of the fun little things that go with it. Here are my Tudor Rose scissors and my Rose scissor file. So fun, fun. This has so much stuff in it, I don't even know, because there's a lot to this one. I didn't think there was, but there is. And this is it. Elizabeth Atkinson, 1829. Everyone knows the story of her. Heartbreak of all heartbreaks. I started her, I had my fabric oriented the wrong direction, and it didn't fit, so now I have to start all over again. So this is how far I did get when I was stitching her. And here's where I am now. Nowhere. Okay. Still in Heartbreak City. That's it. She is still in a little bit of a timeout. Just because I'm stitching on Mary Freer. Mary Freer is the girl of the hour. And yes, I need a haircut. This thing keeps falling on my face. Okay. Ta-ta. And, you know, I noticed last night when I was talking to somebody, I ordered the original kit. I ordered the pattern from Hands Across the Sea Samplers, and then I had it kitted up at Sassy Jack's. So when I called Kim at Sassy Jack's and told her what I did, that I oriented it the wrong way, I started stitching, and now I need another piece of fabric. Sweet lady that she is, when she sent me the replacement fabric, it's cut larger. It's cut larger so that if a dunderhead like me reorients it the wrong direction again, it will actually fit on there. So thank you, Kim, for doing that. Whether or not it was intentional, it's very sweet. So there it is. Put them all back. And she's fatty bombaddy. Okay. Ooh. This one. Yes. Lined in this cute little Blue Waves Notions bag. Lined in postage stamp fabric. Oh, what does she have going on in here? Okay, this one you've all seen, but I'll show you again. Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. I am doing the hashtag Rosewood Manor Sal with the Sunshine Stitchers. And last night I had the privilege of meeting EJ from the Sunshine Stitchers on virtual stitching. So it's quite an honor. I know you don't watch my channel, EJ, but if you're out there, oh, you're adorable. Okay, so I'm doing it with the Valdanis, that's called for, and I am doing this on 46 count. I believe it's a parchment, I believe. I'll have to look it up. Let me look, since we have time. Oh, Lakeside Linen, light exemplar, 46 count. And I'm using the called for Valdani, and I'm taking apart the Valdani and using one strand. And it's working really great. And it covers really great. Beautiful coverage, beautiful to work with, yeah. And of course a beautiful pattern. So this is my only scroll frame, and I'm actually haven't started some of the other things because I need more scroll frames. I ordered some, but they're just not here yet. Since we're all ordering things from everybody all over the place, spreading the love. Okay, so put her back. Okay, boom. Oh, the pile's getting big over here. Okay, this is one of the original bags. This is one of the bags that I bought in I think it was 2009 at Celebration. Christmas in Williamsburg, and I liked it because it had this little cross-stitch fabric, and it's, you know, had a different flap. The flap doesn't have any interfacing or anything in it, so it's really flappy. But you know, and it has the Velcro closure, and it's a vertical fold-over envelope, so it's the same things that I make now because I really like this, and obviously I've had it for that long, so I really like it. And so if anyone knows who made this bag, let me know. I'd like to say thank you. Okay, what is in here? Obviously something very, very old, probably from 2009, because I don't think I've ever reused this bag. Oh yeah, this is something that I am eventually going to do the share the stash, and somebody's going to get it because I am never going to finish this one. Okay. I just know that I'm not. I think it's an East Player. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. Johanna Rosina Freigangen, 1689. This is an oldie but goodie. I don't even know what year this is from. It doesn't say. Yeah. Whew. She's a biggin. But I matched the fabric to what was called for here, and now I stitch on things that are just much different colors. You know, this was a while ago in 2000. I mean, things have happened in like 10 or 20 years. You know, things have changed, and it calls for Oversoie silk, but I was doing it in DMC. No. I was doing it in silk. I think this might be what this pile is from. I found a random pile of silk over there. And I think this pile, this is how I used to store my, floss. I would braid it, and then I'd put it on one of these bone rings, and I'd put it back on a hoop, and then you can just stick out one at a time. So these are, you know, needlepoint silks. Obviously, they don't even make these anymore. So this might be for this, but I'm not too terribly sure. I don't even know. So I thought I was doing it in DMC, but I could be wrong. Oh, look, and it does have the little bag to go with it. See, this is where I got the idea. Yeah, I love it. Okay. This is so thick. This is hugely thick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what is this on. It says 35 counts, but you know, I don't know. This would be one of the first things that I ever tried to stitch on linen. Okay. Oh, is this the top or the bottom? And, you know, now I always put the selvage at the top. And a couple reasons. One, I just like it that way. And two, it always helps me orient. So if I don't have enough of it finished that I know which way is up, then obviously the selvage for me always goes on the top. Now, it could go either left, right, down, up, whatever for you, but that's just how I do it. So this one, it's not done like that. The selvage is on the bottom. So, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to back up because this might be taller than me. Oh my Lord. You see this? You see that? This thing is probably 3 feet long. I don't even know. Clearly, I haven't done very much of it. Clearly. And, you know, quite frankly, it's look, it's this weird cut of fabric. It's too yellow. It's too yellow. And yeah, I think this is the floss that goes with it. So I am doing it in silk. At least I was. This is what I had done. So, you know, I made a little bit of progress. But I'll be quite honest with you. I don't like the fabric. I don't care for the color of the fabric. It's much too yellow. It kind of makes me think that like it's been in a room where someone's been smoking for 30 years. It's just too not quite a color that's not yellow. And the colors on this yellow don't go with it. I mean, look, there's this bright yellow on this yellow, and it just doesn't look very good. Now, I'm sure Johanna Rosina Frey Gangen in 1600s didn't have an L&S to go to ask what kind of fabric to get. I got it. She stitched on whatever she had. It was probably a bed sheet. But I have those choices now, and I'm not saying I would never restart it. Yeah, I kind of am saying that. But this actual piece of it, oh, it's a huge, huge long piece of linen. I mean, if I wanted to make other things with it, I have all this, I have, 3 feet of linen. It's great, but it's too yellow. It's much, much, much too yellow for me. So I might, at some point, do an orphan swap with somebody. So I've done that once before. When I restarted something, I did an orphan swap. I handed it over to somebody, donated an orphan. Oh, look, they must have gone to lunch or something. I mean, that whole, what is that? Generator thing stopped. Woo! It's quiet. Okay, don't worry, it'll restart in just a second. So I might do an orphan thing draw for this. We'll see, but that's what's in here. Clearly it's been in here since I bought the bag in 2009. So that pattern is older than 2009. There we go. Yeah. Okay. This is the second bag that I bought. Let me see. Yeah, it was only, no, there were 3. I bought 3 bags there, and 3 original bags. This is the second of the 3 original bags. It's fat and loaded. Again, it doesn't have anything in the flap, but it has this cute little cross-stitchy fabric, which I really liked. So, yeah. What in the world is in here? Oh, this is one that I completely re-kitted. Oh, gosh. Here's the Notions bag that goes with it. Isn't that cute? Okay. And these were the original DMCs that I was stitching this in. See, I used floss bags and Post-it notes with the numbers written in Sharpie, and I wrote in Sharpie on the bags. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. I did start to re-kit this, and I am going to restart this project because I don't like what it was originally on. Again, it was too yellow. I might have already given that away. Oh, no, I haven't. So this one will definitely go to somebody at some point. And I'm not going to do it in DMCs. I'm going to do it in silks. So this one is A Most Noble Pursuit. So from 2006. Okay. So these bags might be from like 2006 or 7. They might actually be, well, I think it's 2009 though that I got them. I'm pretty sure it was 2009 or 10. Around in there. So this is from 2006. I did buy it in 2006. I've had it since then. Clearly this or Josina Frey Gagan are my oldest WIPs. I mean, really. Unless you have something from the 80s. Come on, ladies. Okay. I like this. I really do. But I didn't like it on what I had it started on, and I didn't like it in the DMC, and I mean, it's probably yellowy in the picture because it's so old. I mean, the paper is probably yellow. So I didn't do much. Here's the fabric, original, and it looks like it's a nice cocoa color. This is actually pretty, this is not true to color. It's very yellow. Oh, there's kind of a boing. You can kind of see how yellow it is. Maybe it's even changed color. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. That's how big it is. Clearly, I have not done that much. Oh. I started with the first one, and this is how much I did of it. Look at that. He's so cute. Very cross-stitchy, I will say. You know, blocky, you know, cross-stitchy. So, very cute. But I bought this fabric instead. I replaced it with 36 count Edinburgh Bramble. And oh, look at that. That's luscious. I don't know if this is, that's kind of true to color right there. And instead of the DMCs, I bought some silks. Look at those. Look at those colors against the bramble. Now, you know that's better. You know that's better. In your soul, you know that's better. Yeah. I mean, this makes me want to stitch it. Just to see that is beautiful. So that will be so much better than that. But it's, again, a very large piece of linen, and it's, I'm sure some people can stitch things on this color of linen and it looks just great, but I don't think I tend to stitch projects that colors look very good on them. So yeah, I'm a yellow hater. Sorry. I have so much DMC. Oh my gosh. And I might also do anybody want some DMC? Because I have a ton of it. Yeah, left over. So that's that. Emotional Pursuit. I will restart that eventually. It's kind of a someday. You never know. We got enough time on our hands. I might finish everything I have and start this. No. Again, if you know who made the bag, let me know. Oh, my pile was getting kind of big. Okay. And this is a bag that I made. This is the bag. Everyone recognizes this bag, clearly. And I need to put this with it because it goes with it. This is dear old Harriet Salt. I love her. She's so stinking beautiful. Okay. And I already showed you where I am on Harriet Salt. I haven't made any more progress since I stitched the E. Here she is. Trying to be still. I know, I don't like it when Flosstubers like put things up and then they don't hold it up there long enough for me to actually see it, because I have to stop stitching to look up to see it. So I'm just going to hold it there for a minute while I look up. She is being stitched on 56 count Zweigart base Kingston in Cafe au Lait. And it's a beautiful color. That's about as yellow as I would ever want to get, but it is a really beautiful creamy color. It's lovely. And the red just pops against it. When I bought this from Hands Across the Sea, and then I kitted this up at the attic, and I was there for summer school and deciding what red. I actually picked the fabric color and the floss color while I was at the attic, and Nicola Parkman helped me pick it out. Again, she tells you this looks good, you buy it. So, okay, yes ma'am. So, yes. Oh, I need to grab that. Oh dear, okay. Well, I already showed you Isabella and the gun-toting rabbit. So, if not, I don't have her out. She's over there in the box, and I'm not going to leave to go get her again. But I did stitch Isabella and the gun-toting rabbit, aka Prim and Proper. The Redwork sampler that I designed this year for Nashville, I have it, and I stitched it on 30 count ecru, DMC 814, I believe. Don't hold me on that. With 2 strands over 2. But I want to do it again, and I want to stitch it on the 30 count ecru linen with silk soie d'Alger 4624 over 1. So 1 strand over 1. And then I want to make a little redwork pillow, because it won't be very big. Just like Heidi Cran at Stitching 1 over 2, because I love everything that woman stitches, hands down. And her little redwork samplers in the dough bowl thing, I mean, that's so cute. So that's what this is. Haven't started yet, but I guess it's still a WIP since it's an idea in my head. Okay. Now, we're going into the bag of treasures. Oh, Lord, I need to get some fortification before I actually look in there. Okay. Ah, this is one of the first bags I made. Okay. Oh, it has little poodles in it. Okay. What's in here? This I finished. I just haven't taken that out of here. Okay. Well, this was, I stitched the little fob from Manny Di Donna. I stitched that last year. I had a little extra piece of linen left over, and I was going to stitch it again. I did stitch it in the pink color. Yeah, I have the fob somewhere. I stitched it in the pink color, but I'm going to stitch it again. And this time I'm going to stitch it in this blue color. It's a crown with a bee. I'm going to stitch it in this blue color, and I'm going to make a scissor fob out of it. So, why do I have this need to stitch things twice? Like I don't have enough to stitch, right? Ugh, crazy. I'm crazy. Okay, these are the small project bags. Ooh, there's some haul in here. I'll do a haul parade another time. I like this bag. Okay, it's lined in polka dots. Oh, yeah, this is in timeout so bad I may never restart it. Oh goodness. So this was an MTV cross-stitch design. It's a designer out of Italy, and my tiny pincushion. It's absolutely gorgeous. Red work little pincushion. I have everything to go with it, but you have to stitch this top part, and then you have to stitch a square for the bottom. But I stitched it in the middle, and you should have stitched it on one side so that you can stitch the top on one side and bottom on the other, and I didn't do that. So, yeah, I only have the top. Oopsie. So I did pull out another piece of linen, couple of pieces of linen to kind of try it again. And I'm stitching it with a Romy's Creations garnet. See? Yeah, I need to restart that. Or I could just, keep this and then stitch the bottom on one of these, but these are a different color. Like this is more of an antique white or ecru color, and these are like white. So yeah, I'd have to restart it. It doesn't look like it's much to stitch at all. Like it would be a fast stitch, but I spent maybe a week on it, and then it's on 32 count linen. I thought, it's stitched 2/2 with the Romy's Creations garnet. Gotta love Romy's Creations. Such great floss. Okay, my tangle of floss. How embarrassing is that? Okay. Yeah, so that's what this is. And it even has beads to go with it, little gold beads. And I mean, I have everything. But I need to restart it. I was like, oh, I'll just do this real quick like, and then you mess it up, and then you're like, oh, not real quick like at all. So, there's that. A little patriotic bag. And then I have this bicycling bag. My blue bicycle bag. Oh, this is not cross-stitching in my little rainbow polka dots. This is embroidery. And obviously, I didn't get very far with it. This is my sweet bag. Yeah, clearly it's been stuck in here, and I didn't. I got it traced, obviously, and I started, but then I thought, oh, I don't know if I'm doing that right, and yada, yada, yada. I'm using Ouvert Soie 103 for just the outline. I was going to use all silks for the sweet bag itself. It's an Elizabethan sweet bag. This is one side of it, and then there's obviously you have to do a different pattern for the other side of it. That's like a someday thing, right? So, a someday, but not this day. So, there's that. And I was doing that as a class with EGA, and it's you know, I told them I would do it, I paid for it, but then I'm just not doing it, and oh, poop. So this is a Japanese fabric, Japanese hand-printed fabric. Oh, I love it. And it has this beautiful lined with like words, script written on it. So. And what's in here? Here's my matching notions bag. Well, let's see. This is from Samplers Remembered. Oh, this is Hannah Heston, 1795. It's a summer school project from the attic. Last year. I don't know why that thing clicks off like that. I'm using a new camera Surface thing, and I don't know how this is working. So this is how far I've gotten on that. Woohoo! Okay, yeah. So that would be nowhere. Yeah. I just put it in here as a bag to hold it, but here's the linen for it. It's going to be beautiful, and it's a small sampler too. You'd think I would just do it, but I have lots of other things to do as well. So it came with sampler, the General Art threads. They're very pretty. I mean, it came with absolutely everything to do it. Ooh, this is the needle minder for this set. So you have little crowns, and here's the needle minder. Ooh. See the theme? I thought it was cute. I probably have a scissor fob somewhere, but I can't find it. So there's that. Oh, the unstarted WIP, but if it's in a bag and everything's there, I guess it's something that's kitted up. Rather than a WIP, but nonetheless, okay. Take you back. And here's the needle minder, other needle minder from my Elizabeth Atkinson. This is my Tudor Rose needle minder. I should put her with that. Okay. My polka dotted bag, lined in white. What do I have in here? I have my notions bag. Oh, I have a whole project just in here. Oh, look, some scissors. I don't even know what's going on here. A wood block. I don't have any idea. Okay, there is some floss and some linen. Let's find out what project this is for. Let's take those out because clearly... Oh, here's my needle minder, my little bee needle minder. Okay, just put him aside. Oh, Needlework Press. This is Eleanor Brad, 1823. Very pretty. I'm definitely going to do this because she's very pretty. I like everything about this. And look at this crazy little pot with like the octopus tentacles in it. Woo! I mean, cute. These little owls, aren't they adorable? Their little flat heads. Okay. Yeah. That's what this was. Oh, and then there's a little tiny sampler in it as well. So there's Eleanor Brad plus like a sister. So that's what's in the polka dotted bag. I have a second Elizabeth Atkinson because I loved it so much I bought it twice. I don't even know. I'm going to start it twice. I bought it twice. You see a pattern here? Eventually I will have to do some kind of a giveaway thing with that. Maybe I'll make a bag that matches it and do like a whole thing. Okay. Not right now. Oh, I love this. This is my Bluebird bag. And look at this little teal bird. Okay. It's lined in this. may have seen this. Nicola Parkman bought one of these from me. She actually bought the one that I was using. That was mine. That was my favorite. But she wanted it because it is so great. And she has a little notions bag that matches it. That's in this fabric. Yeah. Cool. And I have a little blue bird as a minder. See him? Right there? Oops. See, he matches. Oh, he's cute. Okay, and in here, oh, this would be, what in the world? I don't understand. Oh, I understand now. Okay, this, what I did have in here was Matter's Choice. I finished Matter's Choice, and that's all wrapped up. So that's what was in the bag. But I just didn't bother to put away this, the pattern for it, and instead I put inside on top of it Indigo Lane. Oh, it's very sweet. Brenda Gervais. I mean, how do you not like things from Brenda Gervais? Since you've been listening to the generator outside, you probably won't mind me opening the plastic. Okay. Ooh. So, Indigo Lane, it's much easier to see. I have a lot of glare coming in the window. So, Indigo Lane. Is that beautiful? Oh. And it also has this little box pattern as well. So I did buy the fabric for it. I bought, it's an R&R 36 count Abecedarian blend. I mean, look at that. Ignore this. I don't know what this, well, this black is on it, so that's part of the Abecedarian blend. So, yes. Yes. Nice. I think that will look really great on there. Yes. It's partially kitted. I just have the linen and the pattern and the bag to put it in, but I don't have the floss picked out yet. Bought yet, purchased. Whatever. That's what's in there. My birdie bag. Yes, my chair squeaks. Okay. This is the last bag of the original 3 bags that I purchased way back in like 2009. So this is one of them as well. Again, doesn't have any kind of batting or any kind of stabilizer in the flaps. I've changed that in my bags. But let's see. And it has, they all came with matching Notions bags. See a theme? What is in here? Oh my gosh, I love these scissors. I haven't seen them in forever. Oh, yay. You know, clearly this is not, these are not orts. This is my floss. Yeah. But this is actually the floss. So clearly it looks like it was a kit, because it has the card. And these are, I don't know if they're cotton or silks, but I'll look it up. So there's that, and put my little ratsy nest back and my nice scissors and be like, oh, there they are. Okay, what's in here anyways? Oh, I know exactly what's in here. Okay, so this I did get at, when I bought this bag, I got it that year. So it's called a Woman's Garden Band Sampler. It's by, wait, let me see. Oh, it's from 2011. Okay, so I found it. All these but 3 bags were from 2011. They were from Christmas in Williamsburg, 2011. So if you know the person who made the bags, let me know. Okay, I know there's a picture, because there's this fold out picture. Oh, here it is. This thing is so big. Oh, it's Catherine Theron, and I met her last year. Let's see, was this the top or the bottom? Oh, poopy. That's the top, and this is the bottom. Yeah. So let's look at each piece. So it's a Woman's Garden Band Sampler, and this is what it's going to look like, and it's stunning. And when I met her, I was highly embarrassed, because this is, I thought, one of my oldest WIPs, but then I saw that I had that one from 2006, the sampler circle one. Those little crowns, aren't they great? So this is full of specialty stitches. A ton of them. And these letters, this is why I'm not finished with this. These letters are satin stitch, however, they are over one and then pierce the linen, and then over one and then pierce the linen. So it's quite a challenge to do those letters. And I am so far down the road with the letters that I can't now change the way that I do them because it would look stupid. But at this point I might as well. Here it is. It's very large. It's another one of those like 3 feet long ones. But I did get I've got a good portion of it done. It's stunningly beautiful, and I love doing specialty stitches, so it is quite fun. But as you can see, I'm down to these letters, right? And yes, they are satin stitch, over one, pierce the linen. Over one, pierce the linen. Now, if you were using an even weave, that would be no problem. If this was a Lugana, would be no problem. But it's not a Lugana. It's not. It has schlubs in it. It has little itty bitty tiny strands and regular, it's mind numbing. It's mind numbing. So at one point I was, like last year, I was getting it out, doing one letter and putting her back away. But I have started so many other things now that I'm not doing that anymore. But I will get back to her eventually. I'm over a quarter of the way through. And she is very, very beautiful. Oh my gosh, she is quite is. And even though it's on kind of a yellowy linen, it's not bad. I actually like this one. So, and I will someday finish her. It's on Zweigart base. It's very nice. So there's that one. A Woman's Garden Band Sampler. I took a class with Catherine Theron and for this. Okay. Oh, what's this from? Oopsie. Oh, stand by. Let me just put this back where it goes. Boop. Okay. There's this one. Oh, okay. What's that? This is like stash. Okay. No. This is a WIP Parade, not a stash parade. You will get that later. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have kind of a lot of some stash going on. I need to make bags. I don't have as much stash as other people, but I need to make bags for my stash. Then they become a WIP. Oh. This is heavy. Here's the large bag that goes with that very first thing I showed you that was actually a Notions bag that had my mom's ornament from Williamsburg in it. This is the bag that it goes with. These are all of what goes the second half of that Elizabethan sweep bag. And the books that, you see, here's the book that goes with it. This is what it'll look like when it's done. And the whole book on it. And this is the class from the EGA on it. And if I would have done it within like 4 months, I think it is, I could have sent it in and had it actually graded and received credit from the EGA as a needle worker person. But I didn't do that, so that's unfortunate. But I'll do it someday. But there it is, and that's quite heavy. And it fits in the bag. And here's the other half of it. My little tiny frame. Poof. Okay. That goes back. We're almost there. Hang on. I hope you're getting some good stitching done. The last one is in this nautical bag with anchors in the lining. And it has a Notions bag to go with it with anchors in the lining. What is this? Oh, okay. This is this fob right here. It looks like it's so simple, right? It was a round robin from White Lion Needle Arts at Celebration of Needlework last year. And you think, oh wow, it's so simple, right? But as with all things, ooh, here's the fob that goes with this set. Okay. As with all things, I mean, look at this rat's nest. Oh yeah, this is all for the fob. The designer, White Lion Needle Arts, Needle Designs. Here it is. Oh goodness. I did finish one side. And I finished the other side. But the problem I was having is this stitching this outside part, because the directions weren't terribly clear on where it should exactly go. And when I look at each of them, they don't look like they're equal. So yeah, I'm gonna have to rip these out and kind of do my own thing, I think, with it. Because right now, as you can see, it's way off. I followed the directions, the thing, and it didn't really work out for me. So, and I'm kind of type A, so I follow directions pretty closely. This one just was not clear. The stitching in the middle was very clear, but the outside, the finishing part of it was not clear. Note to self, when I design a fob, I will make it very clear. But this one looks pretty good, but this one's way off. I mean, this side's way out there. But so that's what I need to do, is rip it apart and then just kind of finish it, and then I'll have a cute little fob someday when I get around to finishing it. Oh, I love this scissor fob. Let me just put this scissor fob on these scissors and put it right back inside. Okay. See, I make all these things for myself too. This one's for me. And inside, that was just inside the notions bag. I was hiding another WIP inside the bigger WIP. You see how I did that? You see how I did that? I put a whole project inside the notions bag, so that in the project bag, I have something else that's kind of partially kitted. Another one of these things that's partially kitted. Ooh. It's the Brick House Sampler. Another Brenda Gervais. I mean, how could you not have everything that Brenda Gervais has ever made? I don't even know. She's like, it's like Blackbird, Plum Street, and Brenda Gervais. Buy everything. Buy everything. Okay, so I did buy the linen to stitch it. This is 40 count Newcastle, unbleached, and it's for Brick House. She's a brick house. Okay, so I really like this color. I really, really like this color. Whew, gonna be so nice. That red is going to pow against that. This is not what it was called for. What was called for is actually very mottled, and I don't really dig on mottled fabrics. I mean, this is a natural, so it has some variation and stuff, but I don't care that much for things that are antiqued. I like the solidy, creamy kind of things. And did it have a thing on the back? No, that was just it, just this one. And isn't that enough? Here's the thing with Brenda Gervais, though. See, it's this size, right? It's like, 8.5 by 11 folded in half. You think, oh look, it's so little. It's gonna be like this size, Look how that. She's a sneaky, right? No, it's like this big, right? So, yeah, sneaky. Her size of her patterns are not indicative of the size of the actual finished project. And this one and the other, the Blue House one, look like they're the same size, but they're vastly different in size. And when I bought them, I thought they were the same size. Hey, look, I could do them, and I can Blue House, Red House, I can Brick House, I could put them, side by side, like on the wall or something. But no, one's this big and one's this big, yeah. So, but I do like the fabric that I chose for that. So that's in here with the other one. It's like a double. It's a twofer. Yeah. Okay, ladies and germs. That's it. Those are all my WIPs. Is anybody keeping count? I have no idea. So if you are keeping count, let me know. Yeah. And I might do the whole, hey, give me a guess. But yeah, if you're keeping count, let me know. And I hope that you're getting some really great stitching in, and that you're staying safe, and you're enjoying just what you can of the situation. And thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for talking to me on email. Thank you for talking to me on the internet. Thank you for making me feel like there's a community out there that I belong to, because I do live alone, and I don't feel alone because I have all of you. So have a really great day, and keep on stitching. Oh, one more thing. Hashtag stitching in place. That's what I've been using for everything that I'm posting while I'm doing this quarantine type stitching. So have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.